I was actually really scared when I first started embroidering, before I started embroidering. I don't know why, because I'd done functional sewing since I was, really, really young. I used to make dolls' clothes and used to make dolls, and I used to make Christmas ornaments from my mom for Christmas, art art pieces. So, I mean, I was used to doing functional sewing. But in terms of embroidery, I didn't start that until, gosh, I guess I was in my 50s, 40s. No, I must have been in my 40s. And so I'm not, at the time I wasn't sure what the blockage was. But when I reflect back, well, there's two things. One is it's new. And meeting anything that's new can sometimes bring nervousness, but I'm generally not nervous around, trying a new craft, a new style. I think what was there for me was more around meeting the ancestors. Meeting the ancestors and not knowing what was going to be given to me or brought up in me as a blood and bone memory. I mean, it's not all bad. I had perhaps an unconscious nervousness that it might bring something that would be a not so nice association. However, I think it was more around raw power. You see, when we meet raw power, and what I mean by that is like a primal power, when we meet that kind of energy, that kind of force, it is overwhelming. And so meeting the primal power of one's ancestors can be also very overwhelming. And we sometimes instinctively kind of avoid doing or learning something because we can sense it's going to be, in a way, life-altering. Or it might bring something to the fore around our ancestry, whether it's memories or feelings, things that were left undone or unprocessed by our ancestors, or things that have been disconnected through colonization, things that were removed from us as descendants or even as current generations. And so picking up these tools and exploring practices can be really a lot. It can bring a lot for us. So it may sound, like you're not taking on a high-risk sport when you're doing this. But be gentle when you start exploring some of your ancestral practices. Not like be gentle, don't do it, but more like be mindful and attentive to what comes up in you. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your body and what your body signals are showing you. Pay attention to the small signals that begin to show up, through taking on these practices, whether it's the ancestors encouraging you, hey, yay, keep going, or signals that say, slow down, you need to integrate this, whatever's coming up. You need to be present to it. This is important. And if you're not familiar with the handwork practices or the crafts of your ancestors, begin to do some homework. Do some research. See what you can find out. see what other people are doing to maintain those traditions or to revive those traditions. Talk to living grandmothers and grandfathers, yours or someone else's. You might be surprised again at what richness you can find through exploring those kinds of practices, how enriched your life will become, and because of that, how enriched the world will become.